Hey guys, Gemma from ASD Rocks. I want to talk to you today about school. Whether today is your first day or whether tomorrow is your first day. I really want to make sure that you guys don't overset your expectations. What do I mean by that? If your child is transferring from a special school to mainstream school, it is going to be an extremely stressful day or time for you. If your child is transferring from primary to high school, it is going to be an extremely stressful time for you. Now, why is it stressful? Because it's stressful for them, and we know it, and we anticipate it. And what's worse, it's one thing to have autism and be stressed by something, but when we are parents and carers, we anticipate the anxiety. So we're already anxious before the problems happen. We think of all of the things that could possibly go wrong, that might possibly be a problem. We try to micromanage and make sure that, oh my God, if this happens, will he be all right? Is there something in place for this and that? Okay, let me firstly say, it's not going to go perfectly. I mean, guys, what does? So, even our lives don't go perfectly. So, my point of this is, if you're feeling nervous, call the school. Call the school, see how it's going. Make sure that everything's okay, right? Speak to someone. Hopefully you've found someone if your kid is going into whatever school. Hopefully you've found someone that you can talk to, a coordinator, a special aids coordinator, not the actual person working with your kid because they're busy working with your kid. So, give a call to the school, set your, help yourself get through this day. When it's having spoken to that person and ascertained that everything is okay, and maybe it's not, right? Maybe it's not, and maybe you have to go up and pick your kid up from school, and that is okay. All right, there are typical kids. I got a text this morning from a client, and she was supposed to come and pick up a computer, and she was like, I'm so sorry I didn't get there. My kid refused to go to school. Like, straight out refused to go to school, and her kid's like a typical child. So guys, don't expect these first days to be perfect. It's just not going to happen, okay? So secondly, thirdly, fourthly, fifthly, sixthly, I don't know. Basically, if you're not able to keep your own anxiety, if you're stressed out that they're not really, if you're stressed out that they're not, going to cope or do well, or I think the biggest issue for us being parents and carers is that we know the outcomes. We can have a situation where we know that if it doesn't go 100%, they'll close the door forever on it and never go to school again. It's a possibility, and that causes us more anxiety than the idea of them just having a bad day. Is that, they're like, nah, didn't like it, new vote, everything was shit, I'm never going again. And then it's going to be this massive, massive battle. That's how I felt every day. Every day. So call the school and let them know you're going to call. Guys, get involved in your kids' schools. Be that person that's there. Explain to them. You're not ringing to check up on them and their work. You are ringing to support them. Is everything okay? Right? Turn it around. If they feel like you're ringing to check up whether they're doing a good job or not, things aren't going to go so well. The relationship with the school isn't going to go so well. You need to really, and actually the truth is, school really goes well when you do create this support around the teachers, your child, and yourself, the home environment. So just ring and let them know. Get the people you really need to get in with are the receptionists. I'm telling you, they are the God-sent people. They are the ones that handle and deal with crazy parents, worse than us, 100 times a day. Ring, explain your situation, tell them you've got, you want to support them, you want to help them, you want to do everything you can to make it successful. It's not about checking up on them, it's about making sure that, your child doesn't interrupt the class, and you've got heaps of knowledge, and whatever you can do to help, you will do. Because they're going to take that a lot better than, how's he doing? Have you guys fucked up, basically? Which is what we all want to say, but we don't. So that's number one. Okay, now call the school, get yourself centered, because you're going to have some shit to deal with tonight when they get home, or tomorrow night when they get home, right? So first week's pretty it depends on what your child is like. The first week could be the worst week, because it's all icebreakers and socializing and it's all the stuff that our kids don't like. They don't want to stand up and say, my name's Jeremy, it starts with a J, and J is jumping. These are the very issues that once they get settled into a routine where they know, who their teacher is, who's in their class, what subjects they're doing, anything like that, once they get that routine, you're cruising, okay? So this week is going to be the hardest week, the introduction week, and let the school know. Just say to them, look, I have massive anxiety. I want to make sure that I'm here to support you as best I can. I'm going to be calling every day, all right? I'm just going to be calling to check up. I know it's a pain in the ass for you, but trust me when I tell you, if things go to hell, you are going to want me to. You're going to want me to be there checking on it. Yes, I know you'll call me. Yes, I know that if there's a problem, but I don't want it to get to that point. So, good luck, guys. Also tonight, whatever you do not ask, how was your day? Remember, that is the worst question you can ever ask an autistic person. Do not say, how was your day? If you want to know what happened, say, what did you do first? Okay? Let them list it through. You can ask then, oh, how did you feel about that? But get an understanding for what did you do first. Not how was your day, okay? Massive, massive thing. I will repost why that is a massive thing, because we have a whole bunch of new mama bears who have joined our awesome ASD Rocks family. Meanwhile, Bo went today to his first induction, which only went till recess, and Finn is the one flipping out about school. But then, of course, Bo, it's usual, and Finn is changing schools and will have absolutely no one other than his brother that he knows. So he's peaking with anxiety because he's going to mainstream. Of course he's going to mainstream, but he's going to high school for the first time, and it's a big change. So if it's a big change for our kids that don't have autism, it's a big change for our kids that do. I will repost the why you shouldn't ask your kid, how was your day? Guys, just keep in contact. If you need any help, if you find any resistance, give me a message, give me a call, whatever you need to do. We'll talk it through. Trust me, I've been there. Trust me, I've done it. In fact, I had to call and say goodbye to every time, like either Bo or this year when Finn left primary school. All of the receptionists were in tears, right? Be as nice as punch on the phone when you call the school. honestly, those receptionists are your gate into that school. There's just no doubt about it, all right? So they don't mind dealing with you as long as you're not irrational and screaming, which most of us are. I definitely do a lot. I have been in support coordinator rooms in tears on the desk, crying, saying, I'm out of ideas, I just don't know what to do. How can I do this anymore? And this was primary school for Bo. This was like grade 2, grade 3 when he transitioned over. So text me if you need to. Call and check in. And then when the kid gets home, let them be for a bit. If you pick them up, you can ask them, what did you do first? And then let them rattle it off. But then when they get home, give them time to process, okay? Don't ask them to do anything. Just let them, if they need to stim, let them stim. Let them get everything that happened out of their body for that day, okay? Be really easy on them. If they don't do something that they usually do, if they don't want to eat something or if they're extra picky about their food, or if something sets them off that, usually they'd be far more tolerant of, let it be. Don't let it get to you, because they have worked harder just to be in that environment all day than just to be in that environment, let alone do what the other kids are doing. So just let them stim like crazy, let them completely come down before, you try and find an equalizer, all right? Guys, ASD rocks. I freaking love you. If you have any questions, no doubt, Stephen will be there to answer it on the page. I'm off to a meeting in St Kilda, yay! But go the VBSA, because yay, inclusion for disability sports in schools. So love you guys.